Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this Thursday afternoon, once again here with another video. This time on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. That's it. Alright, on this Thursday afternoon, February the 27th, 2020, pick up my Raw review in the description box below. Check it out, give it a thumbs up, and do whatever you want to it. I don't give a crap. And that's pretty much it. So, on my Raw review, I kind of mentioned Super Showdown, and as the title, I can't talk today. It's Thursday. As the title below says, this is your WWE Super Showdown 3 review for February the 27th, 2020. From that shit country of Saudi Arabia. So the blood money, as Vince likes to call it. And yeah, so this show happened, and holy shit, was this show horrible. I don't even know why they go to Saudi Arabia to have these super showdowns or crown jewel. Both basically glorified, boring as fuck house shows. I don't know what, and this is gonna go on for another 8 years, 9 years. Have a big 10-year deal with these fucking Arabs. I don't understand. They couldn't go to England, couldn't go to Japan. They had a show in Japan like a couple years ago when Kevin Owens was the NXT champion. He faced Finn Balor. Remember that one? I forgot what the name of it was. I think it was NXT Takeover Japan or one Unleashed in the East or some shit like that. That was a good show. Why can't they go to Japan and have a super show? You can't go to England. You couldn't go to Ireland. I mean, NXT Takeover is going to Ireland. I think the end of end of March or early April. I think with a takeover show in Dublin. One of their super shows. I guess you can call it a super show. It's takeover. But they're doing a show in Dublin. Why couldn't WWE do that? Why can't WWE go to England with this type of show? Have it at Wembley Stadium or the O2 Arena. You know? They have to go to Saudi fucking Arabia for a stupid show that fucking sucks. Last year's Super Showdown sucked. The one before that sucked. Crown Jewel 1 and 2 sucked. And knowing WWE, they're gonna come back for Crown Jewel 3 probably in late November or probably late November, probably before Survivor Series. They're gonna do another Crown Jewel that nobody gives a shit about, and they're gonna crown the best women in the world or something like that. Unless they do men, they're gonna the best in the world in the IC title division or something like that, or the world title division. They give the stupid trophy like best in the world. Shane McMahon, best tag team in the world. Went to Gallows and Anderson. What's next? Best world champion ever. Which doesn't mean God shit two shits, because we all know the greatest world champion in history. You know who that is? Hogan. In my eyes, it's Hogan. Everybody says it's Flair. People saying it's Harley Grace. You could say that. Uthez. Bruno Samuel. Well, I think Bruno was the best because he held it the longest. But I digress. In my eyes, I think it's Hogan. But that's just me saying it from an 80s standpoint. They'll probably do something like that. Best world champion in history. Best IC champion in history. Best women's wrestler in history. Well, we all know that's freaking Fabulous Moolah, but it is what it is. They're gonna do some stupid shit for that. Nobody gives two shits. Mansoor's gonna be on the show again to please his people. Nobody gives two shits. Freaking Ali wannabe. He looks just like Mustafa Ali. I mean, all the Arabs look the same, basically, you know. But I'm not gonna go on a racial tirade. I'm not being racial or anything because I really don't care. Make America great again. That's all I gotta say about that. So here's your Super Showdown 3 review, and like I said, it was a horrible show from start to finish. Wasn't really it wasn't that great a show. Um, highlighted by Goldberg and the Fiend, which wasn't even a good match. Then you had Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin in a cage, which sucked. Raw and SmackDown tag team titles on the line. The women's title on the line. And a couple other matches that were added on later on. It is what it is. So let's get to the card. Let's not make this any more time. We had Byron Saxton on commentary with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. So the old Raw announce team was on the show. They couldn't get Tom Phillips to announce this show. Really? Come on now. Gotta have Michael fucking Cole. Nobody gives two shits about Michael fucking Cole anyway. Wish somebody could get thrown right into him and he'll get injured for like a couple years, but nobody cares. Anyway, we start the show with the Viking Raiders taking on the Good Brothers in a rematch from Crown Jewel, and the Good Brothers beat the Viking Raiders to become the best tag team in the world. Well, no, the best tag team in the world in the entire industry is the Young Bucks. That's just my opinion. Of all time, I would say the Road Warriors, but of today's generation, it would be the Young Bucks. But that's just me. Anyway, so we get to the match. The match was it was a 10-minute match. Wasn't anything to write home about. Starts with Carr and Eric starting off. They lock up. Eric takes him down. Follows with a slam. Tags in Ivar. So they start working on Carr for a while. Carl fires back. Gallows tags in. Does some body shots on Eric. Then hits a big boot. And then Gallows covers for a near fall. Carl comes back in. They isolate Eric for a little bit. But Eric came back. Tags in Ivar. Who goes running amok with a seated senton, a clothesline taking out Carl. Gallows and Eric tag in. Then they trade some moves, some strikes, and then Eric hits an exploder. Ivar works over Gallows as they double team him, and all 4 men in the ring, and then all the chaos. Carl's dumped to the floor. Gallows tree slams Eric. And then Carl tags back in, eats the knee strike. Ivar follows with a really bad-looking handspring back elbow. He just looked like he flopped on it. It just looked horrible. I mean, these guys. I mean, you're supposed to put on a good show in one of your major shows, and just throw a dud like that out. It is what it is. Look fucking botched. So Gallows. So Ivar goes up top. Goes to the moonsault and missed. Gallows tags in. They dump Eric to the floor. Then he hit the magic kill on Ivar, and that's pretty much it. So basically, almost the same finish as Crown Jewel. So to get the win, match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Solid match, but just a really flat opener. Be better, but that's about that. He fucking sucked, and that's it. We move on from there. Alright, then we get to the gauntlet match for some stupid trophy. The Tuwake Mountain Trophy, they're calling it. We had AJ Styles, Ashley, R-Truth, Andrade coming back from his suspension, and Eric Rowan in his little cage. So we had Truth and Lashley begin. They lock up, and Truth starts hitting some moves. He comes back with a Hurricane Rana. He gets dumped to the floor. Lashley follows him out. Slams him to the barricade, and continues on with a delayed vertical suplex for a near fall. 1,000 pounds Truth. Truth comes back, does his usual shtick with the whole "you can see me Frank Knuckle Shuffle" crap. Cena tribute. I wish Cena and R-Truth would have a match and Cena would just demolish him. Just because. Just saying. Maybe seen it when if or when he turns heel, fight R-Truth. Like R-Truth's like, you're my childhood hero, and Cena's like, I don't give a crap about you, cracker. Well, the other word, but I don't want to say that word. But call him the N-word, and then Truth would get pissed off and then beat up Cena or something like that. Anyway, he does that. Lashley fires back, hits a flatliner, goes to the spear and missed. Truth cradles him up for the pin and eliminates him. So Lashley was pissed off and he starts beating the crap out of him, sends him into the ring post and runs him into the ring steps. Then he brings it back in and hits the spear on Truth. So adding insult to injury. Then Andrade comes out over the shoulder that Lashley injured and the knee. Grounds and pounds Truth for a while, but Truth comes back, fights off the hammerlock DDT. Andrade starts attacking the arm again. Drops the knee pad, misses the charge, and goes to the floor. Go back in, Truth falls with some rights, a spinning form. Then they butt heads, and Truth falls on Andrade, pins him, so Andrade's out. And then Eric Rowan comes out with his cage. Lays out Truth with some ground and pound. Truth fires back, dumps him to the floor, falls with a plancha. Drop kicks him into the steps and into the cage, so the cage falls down again. Like it did on Raw this past Monday night. Excuse me. Then Rowan slams Truth about 15 times into the ring steps, falls with a headbutt. Then he hits Truth with the steel steps and gets himself disqualified, so he's out. Then he lays out Truth with a claw slam. And then AJ Styles comes out. And so Truth missed the punch and he fell right at Styles' feet. And AJ's like doing the talking, dance, and everything. That's at the same time stupid, but he did the talking dance. He did the Cabbage Patch. I don't know what he was doing. This. What the fuck's over this dancing? This is wrestling, not dance fever or whatever. But then he locks in the calf killer. Truth taps out, so he's out. We're supposed to get Rey Mysterio as the final entrant. Entrance music plays. He doesn't come out. Then we see in the back that he's laid out. That he's laid out thanks to the Good Brothers, I assume. So Styles gets on the mic, says Little Ray won't get up from that, so he wins by forfeit. So he demands that he gets the trophy and declare the winner. So ref starts counting Ray out. And then we see the Good Brothers laid out backstage, and we see somebody's boot come into the shot, and then it leaves. Then we hear the Undertaker's dong, gong, and then the Undertaker comes out, the crowd goes nuts. And I don't know if he's saving Ray. I guess he's saving Ray from the Good Brothers, I guess, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. So he comes out, takes him about 20 minutes to do his entrance, because he came all the way from the back to the arena, to the ringside area. It takes about 25 minutes. He finally gets in, and he chokeslams AJ, who basically didn't take a move. And then he pins him for the 1, 2, 3, and he wins the trophy. What? I mean, I'm a big Undertaker fan, but why give him this trophy? He doesn't need a trophy. I mean, I know it sets up AJ versus style, AJ versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. It starts to build up to that match next couple of weeks on Raw. But this was stupid. They should have had Mansoor in this stupid match, not Ray or not anybody else in this match, really. So Ray just went there, got a nice little paycheck from the Saudis. Taker goes there, does one move, and he's handsomely paid by the Saudi prince. And, same thing with Brock, same thing with Goldberg. They went in there for a couple of minutes, and then they did what they did, and they left and got a nice paycheck out of it. Nice 6-7 figure deal we got. From the Saudi prince, who has more money than Tony Khan, I assume. Probably, but see, if AEW went to Saudi Arabia, they have a much better show than this crap. But I don't think the Young Bucks and Tony Khan wouldn't even want to dare go to Saudi Arabia and dance on the toes of WWE. But I'm about to go to Chicago. But I digress. So, yeah, Undertaker wins this boring as fuck match. I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, he wins the trophy, but he didn't really get it. It didn't give him the trophy. Like, Taker just went to the back and that's it. Just a horrible fucking match and a horrible waste of our time. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, third match for the SmackDown Tag Titles. We have The New Day of Big E and Kofi Kingston! Defending the belts against Miz and Morrison. Match was okay. Kind of went the way I thought it would go. They went back and forth for a while. Then Miz and Morrison were taking care of Kofi. And then Big E comes into the match. They hit the midnight hour. And Miz makes a save on Morrison. Kofi misses a dive, crashing and burning to the outside. Miz then hits the Skull Crusher finale on Big E for 2. And then Miz lays the yes kicks in, corner knees, and then misses as Big E looks for a tag to Kofi. He gets it, and he cradles Miz for a near fall. Miz comes in on the distraction with a chair shot to the back. Then Miz cradles Kofi with the tights, and we have new tag team champions in Miz and Morrison. Champs. Well, champs. I could be wrong. They win the belts like I said they would do. So it's good. They went to the title change here, not on Elimination Chamber or at Mania. But good way. It's good that they won. So now you have the rematch probably at Elimination Chamber. Maybe they can run it rematch at WrestleMania. Another team gets in there. See. So to pick up the win, match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was alright. Started slow, but then picked up near the end. And the title change was well worth it. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. Alright, then we get an interview with Seth Rollins and Murphy. Seth says that he respects the Street Profits as athletes, but their moral compass is off and they stand against him. And it's destiny that they retain the belts. And that the threat will be dealt with along the way. What threat? I'm the only threat here. I don't know why he's saying threat. Maybe Seth Rollins wants to get his face broken by me, but that's just a story for that time. But so we'll see what happens with them as they take on the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team belts, and we'll see what happens with that. We move on from there. All right, match number 4, rematch from Raw. Humberto Carrillo taking on Angel Garza with the lovely Selena Vega at ringside. I think Selena Vega was at ringside. I didn't see her. I don't think she was there. I don't understand why she didn't go to Saudi Arabia with him. Maybe she was. I think she was with Andrade. I didn't see Selena Vega at all. Maybe she was there. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe I missed her. I mean, she was banging me. I don't know. For all I know, I was probably fucking her the whole time. I don't know. Anyway, this match was alright. Kind of a carbon copy of the match they had on Raw. They worked the ropes. They worked some counters. Carrillo follows with some kicks, a springboard headbutt, follows with a springboard arm drag. Humberto Carrillo's in control as he hits a hurricane on the floor, then a suicide dive. They go back in. Carrillo gets a cover for 1. Then hits a basement dropkick, and Garza cuts him off with a corner dropkick. Then he takes off his pants and starts to going to work with on Humberto with a camel clutch. Fucks him in the ass and makes him humble. Excuse me, I can't talk. He fucked him in the ass and make him humble. God damn it. I'm the Iron Sheik. Anyway. Carrillo counters back with a jawbreaker, hits an insecurity, follows with a disaster kick. Heads up top, Garza cuts him off with an insecurity, follows him off, Carrillo shows him off, and then flies into a dropkick for a near fall. Carrillo comes back, hits a super kick. Then they go back and forth, and Carrillo sort of hit a Canadian Destroyer that'll look really bad. Follows him with some strikes. Garza cradles him off for a near fall. Carrillo cuts him off, heads up top. Garza counters the moonsault. They trade cradles until Garza gets him with an inside package cradle for the win. So Garza gets another win over Humberto, his second win in a row. But pretty decent match. Gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. I think the crowd didn't care. They weren't really in it from the start. And the match wasn't as good as the was on Raw. The Raw match was a little bit better, but this match kind of sucked. big fat monkey turds. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we're gonna move on from there. Alright, then Bayley is interviewed. She says she's gonna make history and beat Naomi, and she'll prove that she's the most dominant champion in SmackDown history. That remains to be seen, but we'll see what happens from there. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And we move on from there. Alright, 5th match for the Raw Tag Team belts. Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins taking on the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Match was alright. It wasn't that bad. We're gonna get near the end. They went back and forth in most of the match. Getting near the end, Dawkins takes out Murphy. Seth counters Doomsday, dumps Ford, and Murphy then tags in. Flies in, cuts him off. But Rollins and they go for they go for a move, and actually they go for dual pedigrees, and they get counted into DDTs. Montez Ford goes for a tope and gets caught. He's slammed into the barricade, and then Dawkins falls with a high cross body from the apron. Go back in. Murphy hits a knee strike, and Seth hits a blackout. It's a curb stomp on the apron, and Seth and Murphy pin Angelo Dawkins to retain the belts. So yeah, I didn't see a title change here. I don't think they're gonna lose the belts to the Street Profits of all teams, but you never know. But overall, it was a pretty decent match for what it was. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was basically it. Nothing to write home about, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, 6th match, Monsieur on Dolph Ziggler. I don't know why this match even happened. But they went with this match. I thought Mansoor was going to be in that gauntlet match, and he was going to win the trophy for his people, like he did when he won that match last year, in the first year when he won the Battle Royal. Then he beat, I forget who he beat the second time he was there. Then I don't know if he was there a third time, and I really don't give two shits about Mansoor, the Ali wannabe. But it's Ali, anyway, that's who he looks like. He looks like Prince Ali. Mustafa Ali. He kind of looks just like him. Maybe it's his twin brother or something like that. Anyway, they all look the same. Anyway, Bobby Roode was at ringside with Ziggler. And Roode talks some smack to Mansoor, and he eats a dropkick. Roode is then sent to the back. Thanks for coming. Earn your paycheck. So they go at it, and they work the ropes. Ziggy falls for some kicks and ground and pounds him a little bit. Falls with a shoulder tackle. They lock up. Mansoor takes control and grounds and pounds Ziggler. Falls with a shoulder tackle, then a standing moonsault for a near fall. Then Ziggy hits a cheap shot to Mansoor. Falls with a drop kick, goes for a near fall. And he falls with an elbow drop, another near fall. Ground and pounds. Mansoor maintaining control and talking some smack. Mansoor fights to his feet. Ziggler cuts him off. Hits a neck breaker. He sends Mansoor into the ring post and falls with a scoop slam for a near fall. Mansoor fires back, hits an enziguri and a slingshot neck breaker. Did that 5 times fast. Falls with a power slam, which gets a near fall. Goes up top. Ziggler cuts him off and hits the zigzag for a near fall. Goes for the super kick. Mansoor counters and avoids the charge. Falls with an inverted sliced bread DDT. Mansoor goes up top and hits a moonsault to finish it off. So Mansoor gets the win. Like we all knew Mansoor was going to get the win in his home country. They're not going to make him lose and have a humongous riot start. But it is what it is. Dolph put him over. I guess he was asked by Vince to put him over. The Saudi Prince to put him over. Or also be beheaded or something like that. But Mansoor picks up the win. Whoop-de damn fucking new. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. And I don't think the crowd even liked it that much either, even though it's their hometown boy. Afterwards, Mansoor cuts a promo in English and Arabic. I really didn't give 2 shits about. And that was pretty much it. And that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck Mansoor, and fuck the Arrows too. I don't give a shit. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, match number 7 for the WWE title. Brock Lesnar defeated Ricochet in about a minute and a half. Thanks for coming, Ricochet. Earn your paycheck. Brock Lesnar gets his nice $1 million paycheck. Basically, Brock beat the crap out of him, sent him to Suplex City. And, yeah, basically Suplex City. Thanks for coming. Ricochet hits the F5, and then Brock starts doing a little dance on Ricochet's little corpse, and that's basically it. So Brock, we all knew he was going to retain. This was just an easy warm-up match for him as he goes on to face Drew McIntyre at Mania. Hardest matches he's going to have. So he picks up the win, whoop-de-damn freaking do. And that's all I got to say about that. So he picks up the win. Match he gave 2 out of 5 stars. And Brock retains the belt. And we'll see what happens with him on Monday Night Raw. This Monday night. Excuse me. On the show. And we'll see what happens with Brock and Drew as they start their hype and build towards their match at Mania. Pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on. Alright, 8th match eighth match in a cage. In a solid steel cage, brother. We had Roman Reigns, Mr. Cockfist himself, taking on King Baron Snorbin Corbin. This match was horrible. Probably the worst cage match I've ever seen. And that includes Hogan versus Piper in a cage. That match sucked too. And Hogan versus Warrior in a cage, that sucked. And those were bad matches. Horrible in WCW back in the day. But this one takes the cake. This match sucked. Reigns chains the door shut. And Corbin attacks him. Follows him clotheslines. Sends Roman into the cage. Does it again. Grinds Reigns' face off the cage. No blood, by the way. As usual per WWE. Because they're PG. Whips him into the cage again. Looks to escape. And starts going up the cage a little bit. Reigns cuts him off. They work on the top rope as they trade strikes. Roman knocks him to the mat. Looks to escape, but Corbin stops it. Roman knocks him to the mat. Falls with a double axe handle for a near fall. Falls with some strikes, a big boot, some clotheslines. Corbin counters a Superman punch into deep 6 for a near fall. Then they go back and forth. Corbin counters into a spine buster for a near fall. Then somehow Corbin got the key from Roman. Tries to unlock the door, and he unlocked the door. Goes to escape, Roman cuts him off. Corbin lays in some ground and pound. Roman fights back. Looks to escape until Reigns hit him with the door. Ow. But Corbin counters back into a chokeslam for a near fall. He gets the chain from the door. Looks ready to hit him, but Reigns hits him with a Superman punch. Then they climb the cage, trading strikes on the top of the cage. As they sit on top of the cage. Corbin drags Roman's back down. I don't know why he just didn't go down the cage. They climb back in. They work on the ropes. Reigns crotches Corbin, fouls with a couple of Superman punches, and then he gets the chain. Superman punch with the chain on the Corbin, knocks him out, and then Roman escapes the cage. Roman pins him, excuse me, because it was pinfall submission or escape through the door or over the top, I guess. So Roman gets the win. Hopefully ends this damn feud. But this was a horrible cage match, and I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Fucking horrible match. And this feud was even horrible. This feud was boring. The dog food. I thought it would have been over after the dog food incident with when Corbin got dumped with dog food. I thought it would have been over. No, they had to do a cage match to end the fucking feud, and it was a horrible way to end the feud. I would not be surprised if Corbin comes back and says, I want another match with Roman. Nobody gives 2 shits. You get him in an elimination chamber. Do some damage there, you idiot. And that's all I gotta say about that. So fuck Baron Corbin, fuck Roman Reigns, and I don't give 2 shits about that. That's all I gotta say about that. Fucking horrible cage match. I wanted some blood, I wanted some broken bones and some high-flying action maybe, I don't know. But I got a boring as fuck cage match. Why do you even have the cage there? Fucking horrible. Crowd was dead. The announcing was horrible. The whole night, the announcers were horrible. I figure Michael Cole called Angel Garza Anal Garza. Fucking botchamania that he is. Fucking Michael Cole needs to be fired. And you need to put me or Joe Cronin in. I'm sorry. Me and Joe Cronin could put on a wrestling clinic commentary. I digress. So, Roman picks up the win, whoop the damn fucking new, and that's it for that, and we move on. Alright, match number 9 for the SmackDown Women's title. Bayley taking on Naomi. And it was an okay match. Nothing to write home about. Getting to the end, Naomi falls with a submission until Bayley makes the ropes. Naomi falls with some kicks, then hits Soul Food, but Bayley hits the belly to belly for a near fall. Then they go back and forth. Bayley takes out Naomi's knee, covers for a near fall, starts working on the knee, and hits a Saito suplex. And Naomi fights off the Rose Plant, but Bayley hits a knee strike. Bayley goes on top, Naomi cuts her off and hits a split, and goes for a split-legged moonsault. It missed. And then Bayley ties Naomi's foot in her shirt and try like an STF, and then hits the Rose Plant and to retain the belt. So, but Bayley retains. I was hoping they would go for the title change, but I guess they're gonna save it till Mania in Naomi's home state of Florida. So we'll see what happens with that. But it was a decent match. Not as great as Natalya and Lacey Evans from last year, from Crown Jewel, but it is what it is. So, pretty decent match. I gave 2 out of 5 stars. And that was that. That was it for that match. And I didn't give 2 shits. So, Bayley retains. Naomi will probably get a rematch at Mania. Somehow. Some way. And then at Mania, Naomi will win the belt. And she'll go on a nice little reign with the belt. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get to the main event. For the Universal title, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, taking on Goldberg! And this match lasted 2 damn minutes. 2 minutes. Goldberg can't go beyond 5 minutes anymore. He's old and fat. So, Goldberg hits the spear for an infall right away. And then, goes to pick up Fiend. Fiend hits him with a mandible claw. Goldberg escapes. Then he hits a spear. Then another one. Then another one for a near fall. Fiend gets the mandible claw again. Goldberg fights out of it, follows with some knee strikes. Then he picks up Fiend. Boom! Jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. We have a new Universal Champion in Goldberg for the 2nd time. And yeah, they got Mania coming up. They want to have a big show. So it looks like it's going to be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. Universal title. And Roman's going to pin Goldberg. Because Goldberg's not gonna have a long reign with the belt anyway, like he did the last time, and he's gonna lose on the same show. You know, he lost at the Brock at Mania, and he's gonna lose at the Roman at Mania. So nice little month reign for a little Goldberg. You know. I just don't know why they get. I would have been okay if he won the match by disqualification. I've been okay with that. Looks like they're gonna have Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I don't know why. So Cena could get his big win at Mania for his big WrestleMania moment that nobody gives 2 shits about. Then again, they could go. I can't go Goldberg Cena. I really don't want to see Goldberg versus Cena. And have Roman versus Bray Wyatt in a meaningless match. I don't know why they would do that. Even though the so-called leaked card came out, now WWE's changing everything. Especially on the SmackDown side. So, most likely we'll see Cena versus Goldberg for the belt. And Cena wins for the 17th time to break Ric Flair's record and nobody gives 2 shits about. And then we'll have Roman versus The Fiend in a regular match that nobody's going to care about. Basically, WrestleMania is gonna be a boring as fuck pay-per-view. Straight up. I'm not even looking forward to the Universal title match. I really don't care who it is. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to anything with Cena. Don't give 2 shits about Cena. The only matches I actually want to see is the women's title match between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte and maybe Bianca Belair. And I want to see Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. That's the only 2 matches I want to see on the show right now. Other than that, whatever else they put in over the next couple of weeks, I don't care. WrestleMania is gonna suck like it did last year and the year before that. The last couple of WrestleManias have sucked. 32 was okay. 33 was kind of meh. 34 stunk in my eyes. 35 wasn't even that good. Even with Becky winning both belts, I didn't really give two shits about that. But 36 is looking like it's gonna suck. But you know, if WWE proves me wrong, I'll eat my own hat. Oh, I care. But I don't have my hat with me. But I'll eat my own hat. If they put on a good show, I'll eat my own hat. But it is what it is. So that's it for Super Showdown. Yeah, that's it for Super Showdown. Pretty meaningless pay-per-view. Really don't give two shits about it. Horrible from start to finish. I gave it a 3 out of 10. I just didn't like it at all. A lot of people giving it 5 out of 10. I mean, that's your opinion, but I don't know what you were watching. Give it a 5 out of 10. So I gave it 3 out of 10. I think Joe Cronin gave it 3 out of 10 as well. But the show fucking sucked. I didn't give two shits about it. Just a waste of a fucking pay-per-view. They could have just went straight to Elimination Chamber. And put on, maybe have the show after WrestleMania, which they should have done. But have the show a month before WrestleMania was just a joke. I guess we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow night on SmackDown. Most of the stars are not gonna be there tomorrow night. Like Goldberg's not gonna be on the show. Roman's not gonna be on the show. Baron Corbin's not gonna be on the show. Ziggler's not gonna be on the show. They're probably gonna have all the scrubs, the mid-carders on the show, unless they somehow fly them back really quick after the show. I don't know where SmackDown is gonna be held this week, but they're not gonna be. I highly doubt they're gonna be at the show tomorrow, unless they fly back really quickly. But I doubt that. Unless you're on a Concorde or a jet, you can go a million miles an hour and get back to the States in roughly 15 hours. Well, maybe 10 if you're going by jet, but they're not going to be there tomorrow. SmackDown's going to be a boring fucking show tomorrow, the aftermath of Super Showdown, and Raw is probably going to be the same thing as they lead up to the Elimination Chamber next Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday is the next pay-per-view. Go figure. The Elimination Chamber doesn't even look that good. We all know who's going to win the men's and women's Elimination Chamber. It's going to be Roman Reigns for the men and Shayna Baszler for the women. Other than that, nobody cares what else is on the show. Oh yeah, boring as fuck rematches that nobody gives two shits about. And then you got to start building your hype to Mania with about 4 weeks left. You know, that's why they shouldn't have this Super Showdown 3 should have happened after WrestleMania. After. That's what it should be. An after WrestleMania pay-per-view, not a before. Because if you have this pay-per-view and then another pay-per-view right after that, like the Elimination Chamber, it kind of decreases the hype going into WrestleMania. That's what Elimination Chamber is going to be. Even if they had Fastlane or Roadblock or whatever it was, would be the pay-per-view. Whatever pay-per-view would have been a decrease in hype for Mania. Mania, like I said, it's gonna suck. Mark my words, it's going to suck. 7 hour pay-per-view is gonna suck. And if I have off, I'm gonna watch some of the pay-per-view, but I'm not gonna watch all of it. I'm not watching the pre-show because I don't give two shits about the pre-show. I'll watch the show when the main show starts, which I think is about 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I'll watch that. Other than that, I don't care. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thanks for watching. Once again, 3 out of 10 stars for Super Showdown 3 in Saudi Arabia. So Brock retains. Whoop-de-damn fucking do. We have new tag team champions in Miz and Morrison. That's nice. Goldberg wins the Universal title. Whoop-de-damn fucking do. Undertaker was there to beat up AJ Styles to start their little build up to their match at Mania. I really don't care about that match because I think Taker will win anyway. Taker's only going to do a 5, maybe 10-minute match with AJ anyway. And Taker's going to beat AJ. I don't think AJ's going to go over. I highly doubt that. Unless the Good Brothers come in and beat up Undertaker and lay him out with the Magic Killer. But Even that won't put Taker out. I think Taker will beat AJ at Mania and go 25-2 for his WrestleMania record, whatever you want to call it. And we'll probably see him next year at WrestleMania 37 in Hollywood, facing maybe, I don't know who he can face now. I would like him to face The Fiend if The Fiend was built up, is still relevant by that time. Or he could face Finn Balor, he could face Aleister. I would like him to face Aleister Black, personally. That would be a great build, great promos. Tommy and Mark. I think it'll be great vignettes, maybe some cryptic things here and there. But Aleister Black versus The Undertaker, I want to see before Taker finally hangs it up. And maybe next year he'll go into the Hall of Fame. If they can put the Bellas in this year, they can put The Undertaker in next year or the year after that. But he's going to definitely go in the next 5 years. With Kane, probably. By himself or with Kane. But we'll see what happens with that. The Hall of Fame's a joke anyway, so fuck the Hall of Fame. Fuck WWE for this fucking boring pay-per-view. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Check out my Raw review in the description box below. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions regarding Raw, regarding Super Showdown, or anything else in the world of professional wrestling, AEW, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, CCW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, anything in the world of professional wrestling, put a few questions down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via Facebook or Twitter, and we'll get to your questions in due time and see what happens with that. So thank you for watching. Once again, 3 out of 10 stars for Super Showdown 3. It's horrible, horrible, fucking horrible, and that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace! Bitches. Allah!